The 10 hardest states to find love in the USA. America is a melting pot of cultures, traditions and beliefs. This can make dating a little more difficult than in other parts of the world, where dating customs and social norms are much more set in stone. If you live in the USA and want to find love, what are your chances? Do you know which states are the hardest to find love in? Whether you live in small-town America, or one of the big cities like New York or Los Angeles, it's not easy to find love. Everyone has different standards when it comes to dating, and what they're looking for in a partner. The problem is that most people don't understand these differences until they start trying to date someone. If you're trying to find love anywhere in the country, it's helpful to know exactly where those places are so that you can prepare beforehand. Everyone wants to meet someone special at some point in their life, it just takes some people longer than others. Here are our top 10 list of states that are the hardest to find love in. Number 10. Alabama. There are many different factors that go into finding love anywhere in the world. If you're in Alabama, though, finding love might take a bit longer than in other places. According to a recent survey, Alabama is one of the hardest places for people to find love. The survey found that people in Alabama tend to be more reserved when it comes to dating. While this might be good for people who are looking for a more serious relationship, it might make it more difficult for people just starting out. The state has a reputation for being a bit of a conservative place, where traditional social norms and dating customs are concerned. Many people are very religious in Alabama, which can make it more difficult to find love if you don't share the same faith. If you want to find love in Alabama and you're not religious, you might want to consider moving somewhere with a more diverse population. If you're in Alabama and you want to find love, it's important to be patient. It takes time to find the right person for you, and rushing into a relationship with the first person you meet probably won't end well. Take your time and find someone who you really connect with. Number 9. Nevada. Are you hoping to find love in Nevada? If so, you're going to have to overcome a few obstacles first. It's one of the most transient states in the country, which can make it difficult to form relationships with people. As a tourist destination, the population of people who live in the state but don't work in the tourism industry is very small. This means that there are few people to date if you don't work in the industry yourself. If you're looking to find love in the Silver State, you might have a little more trouble than you expected. According to a survey, people in Nevada are some of the least likely to find love. This might be due to the high divorce rate in the state. If you live in a major city like Las Vegas or Reno, you may have better luck. If you live in one of the smaller towns, you'll have a difficult time finding love. If you want to find love in Nevada, you should be patient and find ways to meet people. Number 8. Arizona. If you're in the Grand Canyon state, you're going to have a tough time when it comes to finding love. This state is very large and mostly in the desert, which has contributed to a very conservative culture. According to a survey, people in Arizona are among the least likely to find love. This might be because people in Arizona are less likely to date online than people in other states. Arizona is a southwestern state that has a very casual dating scene. If you're looking for a serious relationship, you may want to avoid this state. Most people are only interested in casual dating, and you may find it difficult to meet people who are looking for a long-term relationship. If you're just looking to have fun, you may have a lot of options in Arizona. Dating in the desert isn't easy, but it can be a lot of fun if you're willing to get out there and meet some new people. Number 7. New Mexico. Finding love in New Mexico can be an uphill battle if you don't know where to look. The state is home to a large population of Hispanic people, a group that is often misunderstood when it comes to dating and relationships. Even though New Mexico is a very liberal state, dating is done very traditionally between Hispanic people. If you're hoping to find love in New Mexico, you might want to start by figuring out how to date within this culture and then finding someone who shares your beliefs. You'll also want to make sure that you're dating within your own culture before you start dating outside of it. Dating someone who shares your values and beliefs, but who comes from a different background, can be extremely rewarding. Finding love in New Mexico can be difficult if you don't know where to look. Number 6. Utah. If you're looking for love in Utah, you're probably wondering why this state is on the list at all. After all, Utah is known for being home to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or the LDS Church. Since Mormons believe in marrying young, there aren't many single people in Utah. If you're looking for love anywhere in the state, you're going to have a very difficult time finding it. While it is true that most people in Utah are not single, it is also true that there are some people who don't follow the Mormon religion. You can find non-LDS people in almost every state in the country, including Utah. If you're not interested in dating a Mormon, you can still find love in Utah. You'll just have to be careful that you don't end up dating someone who's not single. Number 5. Montana. If you're in Montana and looking for love, you might have a little more difficulty than you'd like. Montana is one of the hardest places to find love. According to a survey, people in Montana are some of the least likely to find love. This might be due to the high rates of alcoholism in the state. While dating someone who drinks heavily is never a good idea, it might be even harder in a state known for its heavy drinking. Montana has a relatively small population, and it's not growing at a very high rate. This means that you'll have a smaller dating pool. Montana is known for being a place where people go to get away from the hustle and bustle of city life. This can make it more difficult to meet people and start dating. If you want to find love in Montana, you might have to get involved in some activities that bring people together, like online dating sites or co-ed sports leagues. Number 4. Wyoming. Wyoming is known for many things, but love might not be one of them. If you live in Wyoming, you'll want to be prepared for a difficult search for love. This state is one of the least populous and most conservative. If you're gay or bisexual, you may have a really hard time finding love in Wyoming. If you're straight, you may have an easier time, but it's still going to be a challenge. This state is home to some of the friendliest people in the country, but it's also home to some of the most judgmental people. If you're not a cowboy or a cowgirl, you might not find love very easily. Everyone in Wyoming is expected to know how to ride a horse and live a country lifestyle. If you don't fit in, you might have a very difficult time. If you want to find love in Wyoming, you may have to travel to another state. Wyoming is a very rural place and doesn't have a large population. This can make dating very challenging if you're hoping to find someone who shares your values and beliefs. Number 3. North Dakota. North Dakota is a northwestern state that has a very casual dating scene. If you're in North Dakota and looking for love, you might have a little more trouble than you'd like. North Dakota is one of the hardest places to find love. This state is very conservative and has a high number of married people. If you're gay or bisexual, you may have a really hard time finding love in North Dakota. If you're straight, you may have an easier time, but it's still going to be a challenge. According to a survey, people in North Dakota are some of the least likely to find love. This might be due to the high rates of alcoholism in the state. Finding love in North Dakota is going to take a lot of patience and determination. Be willing to make sacrifices and put in the time and effort to find the right person. Number 2. Colorado. Colorado is known for its beautiful landscapes and culture. While Colorado might be a great place to live, it might be a little harder to find love. You may have to overcome a few obstacles first before you find the right person. Colorado is a very liberal state, which can make dating more difficult if you don't share the same beliefs as the majority of people. If you're hoping to find love in Colorado, you may have to be a little more upfront about what you're looking for. It may take a little longer to find the right person, but they are out there somewhere. Colorado is also known to be a transient state, which can make dating more difficult. You may have to travel to other places within the state to find the right person. If you want to find love in Colorado, you may have to get more involved in online dating sites or go out to meet new people in person more often. Number 1. Idaho. Idaho is a northwestern state that has a very casual dating scene. If you're looking for a serious relationship, you may want to avoid this state. Most people are only interested in casual dating, and you may find it difficult to meet people who are looking for a long-term relationship. If you're just looking to have fun, you may have a lot of options in Idaho. This is one of the places where people are most likely to have a casual one-night stand. If you're looking for no strings attached sex, you may want to consider moving to Idaho. When you're trying to find love, you have to be willing to explore new places and meet new people. Finally, knowing which states are the hardest to find love in can help you decide which places might be best to look. If you live in one of these places and want to find love, it might be a good idea to travel to another state for a while to meet new people. You never know who you might meet. Now, if you've been looking for a way to maximize your income while still working a full-time job or focusing on other ventures, then let me help you set on the right path. What if you could live the life you've always wanted, doing what you love and getting paid for it? What if you could have the financial security to live your life without worry, with the time and resources to do the things you've always wanted? What would that look like for you? Then, let me show you how to set up your own online business empire to make $100, $200 a day. And how you can get started right now. Click the link below for more info. If you love this type of videos, please subscribe to our channel, like and share this video with your friends, then hit the notification bell, that way you won't miss any of our future videos. Thank you.